Right. Well, let's dive into today's topic. We're going to be talking about how to optimize your Google business profile and how that can make a huge difference in your business's visibility. If you've been spending a lot of time on social media, like Facebook or Instagram, um, that's always great. But today we're going to focus on why you should be investing as much, if not more time, on optimizing your Google business profile. Let me just share my screen to get started here. Your Google business profile, it's really for painting contractors. It's one of the most underutilized tools that we've been seeing. So this platform, they give you the opportunity to not only show up in the search results, but also engage with your leads and potential customers who are searching for your services right now, ready to make a decision. So we call these our today buyers. So in the next 30 to 40 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the importance of this platform, how it ties into your overall SEO strategy, and why it's impactful or more impactful than you might realize. So we'll cover some actionable steps that you can take to get your profile ranking higher on Google and attract more customers. So my name is Matt Parsons. I'm the founder of Sharpline Marketing. Today, my mission, it's pretty simple. We're going to help you unlock that potential of your Google business profile and use it as the powerful tool it is to attract more customers and grow your business. So by the end, you should have those strategies to improve your visibility. So whether you're just starting out or you've been doing this a while, it'll help you, give you some tools to take that to the next level. There might be some things you missed or some new features that Google has rolled out that maybe you don't know about. So first, let me just ask a quick question. How often are you currently updating your Google business profile? Let me know just in the chat how often. Okay, monthly, really, never, yeah. Right. So if I ask that, like, how often are you updating your Facebook or your Instagram, it'd most likely be more than that. So they've been pretty clear that when it comes to business pages, they are very much pay to play. I think they're only showing your business posts to about 10 or 15% of your actual followers. So it's not saying it's not good to be posting on social media, but this really shows, Google business profile should carry the same weight as those other social platforms. And how many Google reviews do you currently have? Let me know. Let me know that. If you're actively getting reviews, how many are you getting? Or how many do you have, I guess? All right, good, some good numbers. 50, 100, yeah. 70, nice. Okay, so you are paying attention, you are getting those reviews. That's always that's always a great start, right? To get those reviews, get that social proof. And I want to take a moment to talk to kind of talk about that powerful element. Reviews are the most important part of how Google ranks your business. We can do all the optimization, all the other strategies in here, but if you're getting bad reviews or you're not getting reviews, you're going to have a really hard time ranking. So when someone searches for your service and sees your business with a high number of 5-star reviews, they're much more likely to choose you over a competitor. Google considers both the quantity and the quality of reviews when determining where to place your business in those search results. The reviews you have, especially positive ones, the more prominent your business becomes in Google's eyes. So those are very powerful, but it's not just about getting those reviews. It's about responding to them. Responding to those reviews, whether they're good or bad, shows you're engaged and you care about that customer feedback. Google they actually reward businesses that frequently engage with their reviewers. So make sure you're thanking people for positive reviews and professionally addressing any negative ones. And reviews aren't just a one-time effort, right? They're an ongoing process. Every job, when you leave, the more reviews you can collect and manage, the stronger that profile becomes, and the more likely your business is to rank higher and attract those ready to buy customers. So let's jump into our agenda. So here's what we're going to be covering in the next 30 to 40 minutes. First, we're going to go over Google's real estate. We'll talk about the key areas where your business can show up on Google, why that matters, and where the Google business profile lands in that. We're going to go over your Google business profile and SEO, so how the profile works with SEO to boost your overall visibility. We're going to talk about some heat maps. It's a tool that we use, a third-party tool that visualizes where your business ranks in those local searches. It can be very effective in knowing where to direct your efforts. We have a 10-step checklist. It's a step-by-step guide to optimizing your profile, so you'll be able to take that with you moving forward. And then we have a 5-star Google profile principle. The best practices you need to implement constantly or consistently to keep your profile optimized and competitive. And then at the end, we got a special offer, just a limited time that I'll share with you when we're done. So by the end of today's session, you'll have a clear plan to improve your Google presence and attract more customers. Sound good? All right. All right. Let me know in the chat if you're ready to go. Perfect. So we'll start with our Google real estate. And we'll break down the concepts of this Google real estate. The spaces on Google's search results page where your business can appear. So there's 3 primary areas you need to know about. There's the Google ads, right? The paid listings. They're the placements at the top of the page. They're labeled sponsored. And those give you that instant visibility. You're renting that top spot. Obviously, that comes at a cost. So they're great for any business that wants that immediate, quick traffic. But of course, once you stop paying, that visibility goes away. Next, we have the 3-pack, the Google Map results. So that local 3-pack is one of the most coveted positions, I think, for local businesses. It appears below the ads and includes just the top 3 results. So it has a map, shows the reviews, and ranking here is determined by 3 factors. It's the relevance, so how closely your business matches the search query. So that will change based on where the customer is actually searching from. The distance, how far they're searching from. So the relevance, how closely your business matches what they're searching. Sorry, I mixed that up. So relevance, how closely it matches. So if they're searching cabinet painters and you just do exterior painting, you might show up a little lower based on that service they're searching for. Then it's distance, how far they are from you. So if they're down the street, you'll probably show up a little higher than if they're in the next town over or a few more miles away. And then the last thing is prominence, how well known or reputable your business is. And that's usually measured by reviews and your activity online, responding to those reviews and things like that. So getting into that local 3-pack is critical, right? Because it shows that it catches the eye of the users right away. And it includes directions, a call button, and that social proof in terms of reviews. And then we go below that, we have the organic results. So those are the SEO driven listings. They're free listings, right? Determined by SEO, free, that you don't have to pay Google to be there. We know it takes a lot of effort to get up there. But that's where you want to consistently rank it as well. Those results, they're driven by the content on your website and also your Google business profile, how well optimized your site is for the search terms. So unlike paid ads, they, like I said, they don't cost anything from Google. They can provide long-term traffic, but they do require that effort in terms of SEO to maintain that position over your competitors. So each of these areas, they all serve a different purpose. Together, they form the backbone of how your business can be discovered by potential customers. You can see how if you balanced your paid ads, you had a strong local SEO strategy for the 3-pack and your organic SEO strategies, you would be showing up in all 3 of those spots, maximizing your visibility across the board. So local ranking, want to get into how Google determines local ranking. We talked about this a little bit. And here's how this comes straight from Google for businesses in its search results, specifically the 3-pack that Google Maps. It's relevance, distance, and prominence. So just to go over that again, it's the keywords in your profile, the services, and the content that you post all matter. If you're not posting updates that have to do with each of your services, you're not going to be showing up as much for those keywords. If you don't have all your services listed, you're not going to be showing up for that list for that search. So you can add your services in your Google Business Profile, and if you're doing, if you do cabinet repaints, that should be in there as your service. Distance, how close your business is to the searcher's location. Proximity is key, especially for mobile users. You're not going to show up for the next city over. Of course, this depends on your competition. If there aren't any painting businesses in the next city over, you might have some more luck there. And then the last one is prominence, how well known and reputable your business is. Google looks at the reviews, your website authority, and your overall online activity, your posts, how you're interacting, and that you are posting updates. So it's all those signals. How old is your website domain, your blog posts, your reviews? That's all the prominence that they base that off. So what is it and why is it important? So 46% of all Google searches have local intent, right? So that means almost half of our searches on Google are looking for local information. They're trying to find a business nearby to perform service that they're looking for. So it's important to show up on Google because that's where your potential customers are actively searching for services. Showing up in that local 3-pack or high in those organic results puts your business in front of people who they're ready to make a decision. They're your today buyers, right? And having a visible Google Business Profile allows you to showcase your reviews, your hours, your services, your location, giving searches that instant trust in your business. And the better your ranking, the more traffic, and the better, the more leads you're going to start getting. Is everything kind of making sense so far? Great. I lost my spot here. Okay, yeah, so 33% of clicks go to that local 3-pack. When a local search, when they're searching for a service and it triggers that display, the top 3 local businesses are going to show up there, and those get about 33% of the clicks. 76% of people who conduct local searches visit or call that business within 24 hours. So just highlighting that high intent of users that interact with that map pack and how they lead to immediate customers. So getting started, looks like I missed a slide here, but I want to just go through getting started here to set up your Google Business Profile. You need to claim it or create your profile. If you don't have your profile yet, search for it on Google Maps, see if it's there. If you've been in business for a while, it might already exist and you can go in and claim it. Otherwise, you'll just need to create a new profile. Google will ask you to verify your business. So they used to send postcards out in the mail and you would just, it'd have a code that you would enter. Now they're doing, I think it's more video verification. So they'll make you actually use your phone and record, the front of your office or the front of your shop, and then going inside to show some branding, things like that. And then after it's verified, you'll need to complete your profile. You need to fill it all out. This isn't just a quick fill it out in 5 minutes and you're done. You need to put in your business name, your address, phone number, website, services, upload quality photos, videos if you have them, past projects. You really need to take the time to fill out the entire profile, and then also keep it updated. So regularly update your business hours. You can put in holiday hours, services. You can post updates and promotions on there to keep it active. And then, of course, putting in a process to collect reviews. When you finish jobs, when you're leaving a project, make sure you're getting those reviews from your customers to really boost that profile. So now I want to talk about the heat maps, which is a tool we use. It's one of the most powerful tools we use to evaluate your SEO efforts, right? A heat map shows you where your business ranks in local searches based on specific keywords and the user's location. So it provides you a kind of a visual representation of how well your business performs in different areas around your service area. With the heat map, you can see where you're ranking #1 and within a few miles of your business, but maybe dropping off further away. And it gives you some good insights on where your business is visible, where you need to improve your local SEO. So using a tool like this, you can identify areas where potential customers aren't finding you and start focusing on those specific areas or locations. Maybe you have multiple shops, and one of them's performing better than the other, or one of them's getting more reviews. This will show you which one you can focus on. So if you see a weak ranking in a neighboring suburb, you can target specific keywords in your posts and your website that include that area. So improving your relevance and help you rank higher in that zone. So just to show you, this is just there's a bunch of different companies that offer this service, but basically you enter your area or your office, your Google Business Profile address, and you put in a keyword, and then it'll print out an image like this that shows you how you're ranking. So you can see on one of our clients here where we started, right? When you're right next to the business searching for painters, they're more likely to show up. Once you come out, get further and further away, their rankings drop, right? Next neighborhood over, they're 4th on the list already, so they're not showing up. And then after doing some optimization, keeping it updated, being active, getting reviews, you start to see something like this where that showing up higher in that list starts to happen. Okay. Yeah, and that's, like I said, that's a third-party tool. It's a paid tool that we use. When we're running these for our clients, we give them, we'll do once a month and give that in the report at the end. But you can definitely go out and pay for that service and get those reports for yourself. All right, now we have our 10-step checklist. So tried to put together a good checklist that kind of goes through all the areas you really need to focus on, that we use for our clients that see the best results. So we'll get into that. Business category. We have painters now as a business category. A few years ago, I think they might have just done it this year or last year. It used to just be general contractor. So it was a lot harder to rank just as a painter. So you need to make sure you pick that right category on what your main service is. There's a ton of them to choose from. If you just want to do, if you do more than painting, you have to decide if you want to do general contracting. It might not pull up as much for painters, but it's a decision you need to make. So the tune-up, the tune service setup. We talked about this a little bit, how you can add all your services in. So you need to make sure you have all your services in here listed. This image back on this one shows, one of our clients, cabinet painters, St. Paul. These are all you can see. Our main category is painter, but they provide cabinet painters, right? So they even have these two are listed with different services, just a slight variation: cabinet painters, cabinet painting, and then the top one is showing up just as a review. The finished cabinets are gleaming white, look brand new, right? So Google is pulling those keywords and those services from your profile, and it's very important to make sure that you have all those listed. The services, you can also include descriptions. So there's another area where you can add some keywords. So your main category, right, is painter, and then services, you can list all the different services you do. So that's where you can add drywall repair, you can add furniture painting, interior painting, whatever those services are. But you need to make sure this is filled out as much as you can to get the results when people are searching for those. Product setups. So this is a little different for painters or any contractors. This is more geared towards like an online, like an e-commerce store, but we found good results using it as your main services. So you can put your main service up there as a product and list it in Google's product list. So this shows up in your profile, but it really highlights those main services you want to offer. And really showcase them, right? And then you can see here there's a button, visit site, or you can have request an estimate, but it's good to update those products, not just leave them the same. You can update them. Maybe if you have a special, like year end coming into winter, try to get more exterior repaints, you can put in a new product that's 10% off a complete repaint project, something like that. Next is your personal story. If you already have a website, it's great. You can kind of pull from that about page if you have that set up, but writing something personal about your company's mission, your values, and again, another place to add keywords. You can put in your main services in here, right? This includes, HOA property painting, residential painting. They have a location, Twin Cities area. So things like that. It's really good to fill that out in a personal way as much as you can. Contact information. This is always something you need to make sure is the same throughout the internet. If you're listing in other places, if you have your name, your address, and your phone number, these should always be consistent. It's how Google knows. It makes it easier for Google to know this is the same business. So if you have a suite number, if you have an apartment, a unit number, make sure it's always shown the same, right? It's always in the same place, always with the same format. So make sure if you have your website already built, you have an address in there, make sure you put that address in the same exact way on your profile. Optimize business hours. Put your hours in. You don't want people calling, right? Your phone number is listed right there. Make sure your hours are in. We have seen we've had some clients extend their open hours because they're fine taking phone calls until 7 o'clock. If you're not worried about people coming to your shop, it doesn't usually happen with painters. So if you want to move those those hours, if you want to move them back a little bit or move them up from when you opening to try to get more phone calls. It is a strategy that works, but just know you might get some people that are like, they thought you were open and they weren't. Also, holiday hours. Put your holiday hours in. They have a place for it. You can put in your holidays. And it's just another metric to show that you filled out the whole profile. Calendar booking. They let you put in appointments. This client uses that CRM Drip Jobs. So the appointment goes straight to their contact form. Make it easy for people to book an appointment, right? If you don't have a CRM, have it. Don't just link it to your homepage. Link it right to the form, right to the contact page. And we also we'll put in some tracking URLs. So you put parameters in that allow you to track. So you know if people are clicking the appointments from this page, where they came from. Photos. High quality photos, past projects, events, your team, anything personal. Don't put stock photos up here. Stock photos, they're great. They work on websites, but you want relevant photos, real photos. Anytime you can if you have a group shot of your team, putting that up there. If you have photos on the job, those are always great. Or any past projects, of course. But make sure you're uploading photos and try to upload consistently, right? When you're finishing a job, put them up there. Just like when you would post to Facebook, make sure you're posting them on your profile as well. And then number 10 here is your Google reviews. We like to aim for incremental review targets, right? It just makes it an easier goal. Like, yeah, I want to get a lot of reviews, but if you and your team can say, all right, we're going for the first 10, right? Let's just try to get to 10. Then you can celebrate that milestone and pick the next one. So it encouraging those satisfied customers to leave reviews and having that process in place. We have business cards a lot of times that clients will use with the QR code on it. So your customer can just scan that with their phone. It takes them right to the review link to be able to leave a review. It's always best, we found, to initiate that review request on the phone. So if you have a CRM that's sending text messages once the project's done, if you can text them the review link, we've noticed more often you're already logged into Google on your phone and it just stays logged in. When you get an email, maybe you're at a desktop or a laptop and you open that up, then you have to log into Google, or there's a couple more steps. So the easiest you can make it, we found text messages or QR codes that they'll scan with their phone work the best. So that is our 10 steps that we did. Any questions on those? Or is that kind of all making sense? Like I said, we have a PDF. So if you want that, send me an email or just send a message in the chat. We'll give you that PDF. It has those 10 steps in there. Right, now our best practices. This is our 5 principles. For your Google business profile. Principle 1, right? Reputation defender. I've seen so many negative reviews, not negative reviews, when businesses respond poorly to a negative review. You need to be professional, right? The client isn't always going to be right. They're going to be, might be whatever it is. You need to go in and make sure you're responding professionally, because it's going to live in that profile. People are going to be looking at that. So making sure you're responding to all those reviews, the positive ones and the negative ones, that you're looking into it. We hate to see unsatisfied customers. We always aim to do the best. Those types of things, you can have the phone call with the customer, outside of that, but this profile, it needs to be professional. So There's a QA section on your profile as well. If somebody fills that out, make sure you're responding to that. Image impact, we just kind of went over this. Upload those new pictures on a monthly basis, or if possible, when you're done with projects, upload the photos. Just get in that routine of adding those new images. Offer optimization, updating your products, put those sales in, update them regularly. Put a 10% off, whatever your sale is for the season or for a different service that you want to push, cabinet repaints. Put those in, change them out. You can do it, every month, every quarter, whatever makes sense, but make sure that it's on a regular basis. And then event booster, make events. It's a little different for a painting contractor, but you can post events in there. So it's another place we usually use for promotions. If you do sponsor local events, that's a nice thing to do as well in there to call attention to that. And then power posts, upload new posts to your Google business profile 3 times a week. You can copy what you post on your Facebook and Instagram, and use keywords in the captions to target those services. So 3 times a week we see is the best, but consistency is key. So if you're doing 1 a week, right, and you're consistently doing 1 a week, that's better than most already. So the key there with those posts is being consistent, and to make sure you include those keywords in there. All right, so hopefully that all makes sense. It's the 10 steps, and then these 5 principles kind of summarize that up on what you need to be doing consistently to optimize your profile, get it showing up in those top rankings, and getting more leads and more traffic to your website, and getting those phone calls, through the profile. So we gave you that roadmap. So if you follow those steps, you will start seeing an improvement. If you're not doing anything, if you're just getting reviews, add the rest of it to it. These are the steps we use for our clients. If you do want help, we have recently rolled out a program designed to take all that heavy lifting off your hands when it comes to the optimization, using that checklist. We have it's called our Google Business Amplifier program. And it includes full optimization, review management. We'll make sure those reviews are getting responded to professionally. We can handle spam, any ongoing updates and posts. Can update those, keep it regularly update your profile with new posts, offers, right? Everything we just talked about, keeping your profile relevant and engaging, adding new photos and content. We can upload fresh photos, make sure that content is optimized for those right keywords. And then we also include that monthly heat map. So we'll use that heat map to track how well you're doing. And you can have that visual representation of how your rankings are changing. So it'll help us also identify where you're doing well and where we might need to improve on. So the goal of that Amplifier program, it's simple. It's to help your business rank higher in those local searches. You attract more leads, you grow your customer base. And of course, the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. We handle everything. Now, I don't want this to just be a pitch, right? We've given you the steps. We've given you the program. You can follow it on your own. If you'd like us to help out, we're offering a deal. If you've made it this far in our workshop here, normally it's $199 to set it up, and then $299 per month to manage and keep it optimized. But we want to offer this. If you want us to set it up for you, we're offering it at a discount. So it's $99 to set up, and then $199 a month after that. And we don't have any long-term contracts. It's month to month. And you don't start the 99 setup, depending on where you're at with your Google business profile. We set that up. You don't start paying the $199 a month until that's all set up and moving forward. Sometimes the verification takes a while, but we won't kick off that optimization until we're all set. any questions? Okay. Great. Well, again, thank you all for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Love to help you out. You can visit at sharplinemarketing.com or email me directly, matt@sharplinemarketing.com. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for being here.